Hi everyone. I thought I'd come on and do an art journal tonight. It's been a while. I cut out some roses. I also pulled out some of my drop papers. I think I'm going to use those. I also got some old vintage music paper. This one's called Friendship Waltz. Yeah, it's very thin. And I had purchased from an Etsy shop some French newspaper, and I'm going to use some of that. So I'm going to get started. I'll probably just go into speed for this, like you don't need to watch glue dry, and I'll come back. Okay. Okay, so I've glued this stuff down. Now I want to add some paint, and I have these little vials or little things with caps, and I'm shocked that it's been weeks since I didn't want to waste my paint, so I put them in here, and they're quite a ways out there. Let me bring you in. Just a wee bit for a minute. Yeah, so I had these. They've got caps on them, and I didn't want to waste my paint. So, and they're so good. So, I'm going to pick out the colors that I'm going to use, and I'm going to use it up. Well, I won't use it up, but I'll try and get as much use as I can. Yeah, so I'm picking some red. I don't know, I can't remember what color it is, but it's all DecoArt Traditions paint that's in here. And those are the three colors. I'm not going to use blue. I don't think I'm going to use that burgundy. This is, it thins out the paint, so I might end up using some of that because this paint is quite thick. So, and I also pulled out Pink Tropics Americana multi-surface and this Hauser medium green. I'm I'm so missing my colors because I used to have a lot of greens, a lot of different color greens. But when I was, destashing, I gave away a lot of paint and some of my Americana went with it. So I don't have those anymore. Anyway, I just thought I would talk through this now. I think I might need a piece of palette paper or something. I thought I was all organized and I guess I'm not. I'm just going to use a piece of paper, which will work just as well. So I just want to, this brush might be a little bit small. I need a palette knife just to pull some out because I want to, that red is too dark. So I want to make it lighter. And I also want to take out some yellow. I'm shocked at really how well this is held up in those containers. So when I'm using my DecoArt Traditions paint, for sure, I'm going to keep putting it in something like that. So I'm gonna, I don't know, I guess I'm in too close now, sorry. My palette, I move over a bit. I'm mixing over here and I'm mixing kind of haphazardly. I want to take some of that and add a little bit of red. Kind of gives me a bit of an orange color. Maybe that's just a little too dark, but anyway, I'm just going to use my fingers and I'm going to pick a little bit of that up and kind of work in here. Oh, I need more white. Darn it anyway. That's what happens when you use your fingers, right? I'm going to take it right off of here. I love that pink. I wanted to just kind of blend it against the flowers, just so that they're not they don't look like they're just stuck down on my page. And because they have matte medium over them, you can wipe off. I might just leave that though, because I don't really cut my pieces out. Well, that one I did really pretty good, but this one here I didn't. Now I want to bring in a little bit of that green. I won't need much though. And I'm going to use two fingers together. One's white, one's green. That way I have a little bit more control over I don't know how much control you really have over your fingers, but yeah. So, I have been busy, not doing art. I've been studying. I've been on lynda.com. I've been looking for a virtual assistant job. I want to be able to make money from home or wherever we live. If it ends up being here, I'm not sure what's going on. Hubby is retiring at the end of July, and I'm not sure what we're doing. At this point, nobody knows. I've been checking out Mexico because it's cheap to live there. But I don't know if it's cheap enough. I have a feeling our rent's going up here in October. Although hubby doesn't want to quit his job yet, so, you know, it's just one of those things. I think I want to kind of tone this down. So I'm going to use my wash. This is what I've used forever. It's airbrush medium, and I don't know if this is it. No, that's still titanium. Yeah, it's the DecoArt whitewash. So I've used airbrush medium, this whitewash, and mixed them together with a little bit of water. And that just seems to work pretty good. Now, I used to have favorite brushes and I left them in the water and ruined them. So now I don't have favorite brushes anymore. I hate them all. So I don't know if you've ever experienced that, but wow. You know, I just might go over all of this, just kind of tone everything down. I like to do that. I don't know why. Don't freak out, because it's all got matte medium on it, and I can come back with a baby wipe, which I will, and I'm going to wipe it back. I don't want to lose my flour. I'm just going to wipe it back. I definitely don't want to lose these, so I'm going to clean them up. And how much of this I really want to wipe back, I don't think much. I'm just kind of, that yellow is very strong down here. Not sure I'm liking that so much. So, I'll use my paper towel technique, just smooshing it around. I think I like that a lot better. There's the lid. Decisions. Well, I gotta dry this, so okay. this up and use the other half. I just wanted to get some more white paint out here because I want to use a little bit. To use this. I love this. Yeah, I didn't get rid of everything. It feels like I did. I'm missing so much and I'm just lost really in a lot of ways. I don't know. Yeah, just use this up. That's good. Just going to bring it over to my... I got to clean that off right away. These actually wipe up pretty nice. So that's good. And going to need, I think, some green. I do have green there, but I'm going to have to spread it on here. See if I like it. I don't know about that color. Yeah, I don't like that color so much, and all my greens, oh my gosh, I miss them. I'm going to have to buy some more. Well, enough of that. This needs more. You might have to look for some stencils. I've got a couple out here, so I've got to come up with a different color though. Yeah, it's got to be green, but I'm going to mix it then. You know, when you don't like the green, you just don't like the green. So I'm going to mix it here with the white, and I'm going to make it a bit lighter. Push this off to the side, just take a bit. And let's see what we can do here. See, that's more like it for me. I like that. I don't know, you can't even hardly see that. Sorry. I'm just not sure if that's going to be enough to show up on my page. Might have to go a little bit darker. We'll see. I just need a bit of a sponge. Take some of that. And we'll see. If I don't like it, I will make it darker and go over it. I think it's going to be lost in my page, to be honest. Just like I thought. So, let's get it darker. Darn it. I'm just going to leave it kind of mottled like that. Sometimes it's nice to sort of pick it up. match this up. My eyes are feeling. There we go. A little bit more in the dark. That makes me happy. I think I might do a little bit more of this over here. I don't like it on top of my roses here, so I'm just gonna wipe it away. There we go. Okay, so now we need to dry again. Are a mess. I don't know who told me about those craft scrubbies. Someone did, and I wish I could remember who. For the life of me, I just can't remember who it is. It was on YouTube, and I think it might have been Nina Rabina. It might have been her, or it could have been Cat Hand. I can't remember now. One of the ladies told me about them, and I thought, what? I have been in the dark. I never knew anything about them. I'm so glad I got them, because, oh, my hands clean up so nice now. I really like them. I got myself a few of them. I think I might have one here to show you. In case you're like me who lives in the dark. That's what they are. Craft scrubbies. So, and they're rock hard, but man, with soap and water it just takes all that off. I just love it. So, I need to do something else with this, and I'm not sure. Let me see. Not sure if my bags. Not sure if this is the right color that I'm looking for. No, it's not. Yeah. I'm looking for a shader. So, and I don't want it to be black. It's too shocking. Well, when in doubt, I always go my standby or my distress markers. So, that out of the way. And You know, I made swatches of everything, but the swatches are never where you need them. Do you find that? I'm just going to try a little bit of this. I don't like that either. I'm still looking. This one will probably work, I think. This is frayed burlap. And I'm just doing, I'm not going around the whole thing. I'm just kind of doing one side to create a shadow effect, if you know what I mean. I'm just putting veins in, kind of. That's the wrong shadow side. I was telling you I was looking for a virtual assistant job, and I put an ad on Kijiji, and this one fellow called me, and he said he would try me out for $18 an hour, and what I was supposed to do was call these dental offices. Well, this guy ends up, before he even has me do anything, he's now talking about me building his WordPress website because he's planning on running for office, and he's going to need a website. And I'm thinking, $18 an hour? That wasn't what we agreed upon. And I said, you know, he had asked me if I had ever done a press release. And no, I haven't done a press release, but how hard can a press release be? I mean, I worked in offices for years. So he says, if I have to train you, like he was quite rude. It was very intimidating. I didn't expect that. Anyways, he said if he has to train me to do a press release, which he was willing to do, but there wouldn't be any payment for it. I told him that would be fine because I would be gaining, you know, experience. I was okay with that part. But I did say to him, me building you a website, that doesn't work for me. $18 an hour doesn't cut that. And he says, well, I'm running for office. He said, I need a website so that I can get cash or some donations. And I said, but that's not my problem. And he got really belligerent to me. So we ended up hanging up on the phone, and I just emailed him and told him that I didn't want to work for him or his company. So that was my first experience as a virtual assistant. It started and ended there. So I don't know. And you know, I was gonna use this because I love this so much. I'm not so sure. I'm really not so sure. I'm gonna bring this paper back. Stupid, I should have got it. I haven't got it out. It wouldn't be hard for me to get it out. I'm lazy. Not that I want to do really too much. I just want to just here and there. I don't want it to be overwhelming. I think that's about all I want to do. Really, that's about all I want to do with that. I'm going to dry it. And then I'm going to come back in and use my distress markers for the flowers. Which I see, I was so stupid, I went right over this. That's alright. It wipes off. As long as it isn't dry, it'll wipe off. And the page is really textury. I love that. Okay. Put that out of the way. Now, I gotta get a piece of paper. Sorry, guys. I have to test these markers out because I just don't know. I like to use the brush side. See, that's dark, but I think it'll look good. Yeah. I like that. So then, after telling stories tonight, so then after that escapade, I thought, well, maybe I don't want to be a virtual assistant. So I started looking at, because I knew of, I had joined some groups on Facebook, and I was learning a lot of stuff. The big thing right now is Facebook ads. So Facebook ads is where it's all at. And I'm still not quite sure how all these software programs and things all work with that. That's a whole new thing. Although I'm not dumb when it comes to technology stuff, I'm pretty witty, pretty keen at picking it all up. But then, you know, I've got another website now. It's called Creatively Savvy, and that's for my virtual assistant business or whatever I choose it to be. And I wanted my niche. Like, you have to find your niche, like what you really love, the kinds of people you'd love to work with. And I would love to work with artists. Well, I don't know, like artists that are, I guess, doing classes. I don't know. Like, I don't know. Is there such a thing as coaches in art? Like, I don't know. I've tried to find anything on Google, and I can't. So I'm thinking, maybe there's not then. So then who would I like to work with? Probably nobody. Because I've been in art for so long. I you know, if I had to work with a guy like that called me, oh God, kill me now. Like, That would be my worst nightmare. Seriously. I'm just adding in a little bit of this yellow here now. So that's the reason why I haven't been doing videos. I've been studying, learning, and finding out that these new entrepreneurs that are just starting out or have their own business and that kind of thing, they're pretty darn demanding, and they expect a virtual assistant to do it for nothing. Well, that ain't gonna happen with this old girl. I'm really good at WordPress. So if anybody needs a website, you let me know and I'll help you out, and I'll do it cheap. I can do your plugins, I can install your theme. I know all about WordPress, I'm really good at it. Building or designing headers. You guys all know that I'm a Photoshop user anyway, so that's not anything new. And there's so many younger people now that know Photoshop, whereas, you know, at one time there wasn't so many users. Now there's many users. So I just wanted my hubby and I to have, you know, if I just could get 3 clients to work for, I would be really happy with that. That's just a little extra income. We could maybe do some traveling and I could work as I travel. Like, it doesn't really matter then. I mean, if it's an online kind of deal, right? I think I just kind of wrecked these. One thing about these, though, you can wipe away if you don't really, not too much. Like, don't go too heavy on the wiping, because anyways, that's my story. That's what I've been busy trying to do, but it doesn't look like it's ever going to materialize for me. I guess, you know, I tried looking for work, like part-time work, even, if you can imagine, like, you know, the greeters at Walmart. But, you know, I can't stand very long. And then I thought, okay, there's part-time positions with the government. That's who I worked for years. So I put in a couple of applications with the government to make extra money. And, of course, I'm not going to get a call. I haven't worked in, I don't know, 14 years. Like, they're wondering what happened. I did get a call from a placement agency. She said, what have you done since your last employment? I said, well, I was off on long-term disability. I'm not going to lie. I was off on long-term disability, and then I just retired last April. And, well, actually, when I spoke with her, it was last April. It was a year ago, April now. Nobody wants to hire an old woman. That's the problem. And yet, you know, we're not dead in the head. Our bodies might be failing, but we're not dead in our head. We still have brains. We still can think. We can still do, you know, I can still do all the things I used to do on the computer and that kind of thing. But, oh well. That's kind of the story of my life. I just try things and they always seem to not work. So anyway, that's where I'm leaving my page. I love it just the way it is. I think Friendship Waltz is enough of a word, and a little bit of the French wording down here showing through. That really makes me happy. I love this page right now. So I'm going to sign off. See you guys. Bye now.